Hello, Andy. I hope everything's going well today.
Hi, Bonnie. How you doing? Everything is
I,
great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited to talk to you because you're in like pretty much every single one of my favorite shows. So we got lots of ground to cover. All right. Well, let's of course start with Outer Banks because hello, how juicy was it to play the bad guy? I'm sure it was a no-brainer to take this one on.
Oh, it was so much fun. I couldn't have asked for more. It was so great playing the villain in a show that I was already a big fan of in the first place. It was a dream come true.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that because it is one of the most popular series on Netflix. I mean, it is insane how well that show does and how the fans are really loyal and devoted. So when you come in as a new guy, what's that like? Do you get initiated by the cast? Tell me a little bit about that.
I would love to have like a crazy story about how I got there and I was initiated and I became a part of like, the Outer Banks crew, but it was super awesome and very welcoming and very warm. And from the time I got there to the day, it's like we all cried when we left and we all smiled and laughed and had fun when we met. It was just one of those things where it felt like you were going back to the first day of school after summer break and you had your new outfit on.
I can imagine. And, I've had the opportunity to talk to the gang, and they really are truly very nice. Like,
So
honestly, like down to earth, humble. Like, although they know
so
that this is
humble.
yeah, very successful, but they're still very grounded. That's pretty amazing in this business,
Yeah.
huh?
It is very amazing, and also it's very true of them. They are humble. It's a rarity and also like very inspiring to see how they've all dealt with their own success and how they can still all come together and do great work. It's
Yeah.
it's really fascinating and also inspiring.
Yeah. And the show, I mean, to say the least, it's like a roller coaster ride. There's just so much going on and the craziness that everything endures. Now, your character, of course, Carlos is, like we said, he's the Don, he's a bad guy. His right-hand man, Brian, is played by Laufer Jr. I mean, tell me about working with him. That must have been fun.
That was cool. Lou is the best, and also he's such a professional. And at the same time, he's obviously Lou Ferrigno Jr. So when we would check into the hotel, it was always like, I think the Hulk is here. And it was one of those things. It was a lot of fun because it was, again, what we've always seen in movies and TV with adventure and the bad guy and his right hand man. And Lou and I got along from the first day we
Yeah.
met. And we saw each other last week or 2 weeks ago, and everybody just picks up where they left off. It's very cool. Again, it's like summer camp. So many things it is.
Well, okay. So talking about summer camp, a lot of this show, the scenes that you're in were shot in Barbados. Do you have any good jungle stories? Like any mishaps that went on there? Because I can't imagine what it was like to shoot there. Very hot, I would expect.
Oh, it was awesome to shoot there. I mean, the island, Barbados, is beautiful. As far as jungle stories go, I know Chase just told one on Jimmy Fallon, and I was there for when it happened. He did
I
in fact
saw that.
eat on by monkeys, and I think that would be the most epic of all the jungle stories. Is that did happen, and it was funny.
Well, it was funny when he was telling that story because he didn't tell me that story. I only had a few minutes with the three of the guys together. But so nothing happened to you? Like you were safe, you were okay?
I'm trying to think if anything happened to me at all. I think, knock on wood, I was
Yeah.
safe the entire time. I kind of like took it upon myself to make sure that everything I did carefully, like climbing, a certain vine, or I just didn't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
I'm not like chasing them. They're young and spry. I need to be more careful. I have other things that I need to do in life.
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. I'd be like you, like, okay, can somebody put me in a wheelchair and get me this? Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. As I was saying when we first, started, you're just, oh God, in so many things. First off, coming out next week, the film I Like Movies, which
Oh
I
yeah.
loved. I love that movie. It
Oh
was
great.
fantastic. I just talked to Chandler and Isaiah and
Oh
Romina. Oh
wonderful.
my God, it's so good. Have you ever worked in a video store?
I've never worked in a video store, but I frequented the Blockbuster in Markham, Ontario every Friday when I was a kid for the new releases wall. And also, like, I remember actually doing I Like Movies. I literally remembered everybody that worked at that Blockbuster when we were doing that, because they
Right.
did such a good job um, of building that set, of building that movie set, that
Yes.
sequels set. It was beautiful. When I got there, I was like, this is incredible. It was in a plaza in Ajax that
Yeah.
they built it in, and it was really cool. And again, that was a totally different role, but also a lot of fun.
Yeah. It looked like it was a lot of fun. And that Isaiah boy, he was adorable. He's great in that film
Oh,
too.
he's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's great. I mean, we worked together a few days, and like that was a lot of fun, because like it was what we did in the video store was just a small portion of like everything else that was happening on the outside, but it
Yeah.
was, it was shot beautifully. Chandler did such a good job in the direction of it, and Rico Moran, who was the cinematographer, also made it look so beautiful.
Yeah, I loved it. It's a great one. It's coming out next week. Also, you worked on, one of the series that has stayed with me ever since I watched it was Station 11.
Mhm.
I have so many words to say about that. It left me just falling in tears. It was so well directed. Jeremy Podeswa is somebody who I grew up with since I was a little kid, so I know
Oh.
him so well. How thrilling was it to work on something like that? It's such a revered Canadian novel, and the series was beautiful.
Yes, it is. Yeah, such a revered Canadian novel, and the opening starts actually where I lived in Canada, in Toronto, which is Cabbage Town, which is so
Yeah.
interesting. It was Jeremy was incredible, and his direction was incredible. I mean, we cried our eyes out watching that show, and
Yeah.
having been a part of it, and then sort of pulling back and then being able to watch it. It was a beautiful experience. I mean, especially seeing as like I think, with regards to our own lockdown in Toronto, it was much longer than many places. So we were shooting that also during, the height of the pandemic. And
Right.
it was strange. It was strange to be telling this story that was
Yes.
also so hopeful. And then, you see it on the screen, and it is what I love that it took away from the book and took on into its own, was the fact that there was so much hope in it. And it was something that everybody could have used at the time when it came out. And still to this day, I think it's one of those shows that will continue to gain steam as it goes
I
forward.
agree. I totally agree with you. So aside from Outer Banks, that anybody can just now tune in and watch season 3, do you have anything else that you can tell me about that we're going to see you in next?
Yes, I have a show actually called Mrs. Davis that'll be coming out April 20th, the first 4 episodes. It's Peacock in America, and in Canada, I believe right now what I've been told is Crave.
Okay.
It's created by Tara Hernandez and Damon Lindelof. So it is
hello.
yeah, and it's really cool. So it's the battle between AI versus faith, religion versus technology, and it's pretty epic.
Oh, well, good. Maybe I'll get a chance to talk to you again for that. I love those kinds of
Absolutely.
series.
I would
So I
love
look
to,
forward.
Bonnie.
Okay, I love to too. And thank you so much for your time. Like I said, I'm such a big fan and everything that you do. So
Thank you.
you play a real good bad guy. So it's fun, right?
Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
All right. Nice to speak with you, and have a
Likewise.
great rest of your day.
You
Take
too.
care.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Okay,
Bye.
see you guys. Bye-bye.